Hi everyone, welcome back to this series of Drilling with me. So before we go on, I have to just say that this is drill 4 out of the first set, and I want to just mention that each of these sets are 5 pages. So each concept that we're learning, so we're going to talk about them, and later we're going to have some practices. You're going to dive into the practices and do the practices by yourself. And later, after these 5 pages of drills, at least you're going to have at least another 5 pages of free practice. These ones are controlled practices. So the others are up to you. You have to do it. And so if you want to just try to resolve some of the issues and stuff, you can reach out to me. And we could have the mentorship out of these drills. But before you try to attempt this drill, it is useless to just try to have a mentor, or if you don't face any difficulty during the practices. So it is waste of time and also energy and your money to just try to take any mentor. So without further ado, let's go to this exercise. But before we do this exercise, to give you a roadmap of whatever we're going to do. So here, look, in this series, step one is that we want to just find can high and low swings. Okay, it doesn't have a lot of filters. It's just comparing highs and lows, and you have just watched the videos about it. So later in step two, so which is on the other set of the practices, that they have also 5 pages of practices. So they're going to be about valid swings. So they're not protected swings, they're valid swings later. So when we have valid swings, that we are applying the momentum and break of previous candle just by, let's say, candle close. So it means that we're applying uh, leg and actually candle momentum into GAN swings, and we're creating another concept. We call it valid swing. And later on, if we have this breakup structure as the ICT or any other actually strategies they're using, it is similar to that one. But this time, we're going to use the valid swings if they protect, if they are protected or not. I mean that if the high of the valid swing is broken, we have the valid low swing, and if the low of the valid swing is taken out, we have protected high. So after we have this protected valid high and lows, I mean swings, let's say, we will have valid pullback zones. So in this valid pullback zones, we're going to work on dive into this valid pullback zones. We can change our time frame and we can get inside this pivot points. I mean, the higher highs or lower lows. Okay. And the thing that we're interested in is last actually rally or last drop, okay, at the end of this pullback. So we are going to hunt the liquidity things that is uh, sitting on this last attempt and the last line of defense. So for that, we have a lot of exercises. So that's why I don't want to just make the length of this video so long. That's why I'm going to work on this actually practices as soon as possible and finish them. So here, this time, we are going to have this GAN leg of 15 minutes, and we're going to plot M1 or 1 minute GAN swings. So you have to bear in mind that, so if you're just on the live market, so you cannot see this leg is formed, okay, up until at least we have 15 and 1 minute candles, okay. So that's why on the hindsight, it is easy to trade, and you would just say that, okay, why did I sell here? Because you were just looking at the previous leg, and that was the reason that you would attempt to sell here. But after this is formed, you come and just say that, oh, why didn't I see this leg? It is coming up, and why did I sell here? Okay, so here you have to bear in mind that higher time frames, valid swings or valid pullback or GAN swings, whatever you just consider. Okay, all of them has some latency comparing to the lower time frame. But as I already mentioned, lower time frames are delivering the mission that the higher time frame and the destination the higher time frame is aiming for. Okay, so it means that our higher time frame have more importance, okay, when you're just trying to weigh your decisions, okay? So now, again, we're going to use this pass tool, okay? So here, let me put them aside here, this one as well. Wait a second. Okay, now this one. So let's go ahead and let's start from the very beginning of this chart. Here we have this one. So I'm not going to explain a lot this time because if you started to watch the series from the beginning one, so you wouldn't have any difficulty realizing which one is the correct valid swing. So that's why, because I don't want to make this video so long, so you'd better watch for the explanation of these GAN swings in the here I should have, wait a second. Yeah, this one. Let me make the color. Oh, by the way, so you can have the preference for, personal preference for any time frame. For example, you could have, I don't know, for M5, you can use blue line, or for, I don't know, M1, I usually use black line. Okay, it's up to you. But if you have this one, you would not, let's say, get confused. Okay, so that's one way of just filtering out the stuff. So here I should have done this. Okay, from here I should have gone here. This one is taken the low of this one. Yeah, it was right. Let me go from this. Continue from this one. Let me use my tool and continue from here. Okay, now this is our GAN. Is it taken? But this one is taken, so we're taking the inside. And also here. So GAN is inside this. So this one's low is taken. This is inside bar, so we're gonna consider the leg, the candle afterwards. So now, please, if you have difficulty identifying this, sometimes you need to apply some small slight discretion in order to just have a little smoother, actually, leg counting, let's say. So that's why you don't need to just to be very precise in these stuff, because these are going to be filtered out whenever you're just going to use can swing, turn to valid pullback. So that's why if there are some parts that you cannot make sense out of them, it doesn't matter, because whenever you're applying the filters, all of these are gone. So I'm going to sometimes ignore some of these areas because it is not going to harm me when it is a live chart and live trading scenario. For example, here I'm just ignoring this part. Okay, it doesn't matter. It is not going to be very harmful, by the way. So this was the first set. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this one if you want. Let me, yeah, here. So you can take the screenshot of this one if you need that, so that you can compare your practice with mine. So let's dive into the other one, the last one in this series. Let me pull up the image. Let me pause the video and come back, and your time is not wasted. So in this one, we have a downtrend. Okay, so let me get my pass tool. So I'm starting from here. So here, if I consider this is the low, yeah, it is taken. And as you see here, I'm just trying to take even the slightest moves here, so this is not taken. The low of this state is taken, so that's why. We're going to consider some of the microscopic movement inside this. So sometimes you see that maybe I take some of this stuff here very serious and I try to just be precise, but sometimes I ignore that part. But I think that this much of discretion is allowed in the world of trading, so where there is no actually solid way of actually understanding or teaching or methodology. So this one is the I think it could be the extreme scenario of being mechanical. Okay, so but you could have some discretion while you're doing that. So please take a screenshot of this one as well. This is Saul, so compare your practice with this one. Now let's go to the other one, set 2. And first exercise, I'm trying to just have less videos but more practices so that you don't get confused among the videos which one is what. And that's why the links of the videos would be a little bit could be a little bit long. So let me go and plot the other one on this chart. I'm going to pause it and bring the other one here. Wait a second. So here, this one is the set 2 drill 1. Okay, so we're going to continue drawing valid pullback legs. So this is not valid swing. Valid swings are the ones that they're formed after valid, actually GAN swings. Okay, we're just adding one more condition or two more conditional, let's say, to GAN swings, so we can form a little bit less noisier legs. So here, for example, look, we start from the left side of the chart. So here it is going down. And when we have the last down closing candle, last bearish down closing candle, and the high of this last bearish down closing candle is taken. So by the close of the other candle, we have a valid swing. Okay. So whenever our up closing candle, bullish up closing candles, it means that the close of the bullish candle is higher than the previous candles, prior candles wick. Okay, it means that this is up closing bullish candle. Whenever the low of this up closing bullish candle is taken, we are forming a valid swing. Okay, it is not protected swing, but whenever we are breaking this structure, previous valid low, we're making a protected valid high. So this one is protected valid high. This one we don't know. Okay, so as far as it is taken out. So now here we have GAN swings, so we're not considering this one. This is a bearish down closing candle, but high of this bearish down closing candle is not taken. Now here we have bearish down closing candle. High of it is not taken yet. Down closing candle. Okay, this is the close of down. It means that close of this this candle is lower than the wick of the previous one. So high of this candle is taken by this bullish candle. Okay, so that's why we have valid low. Okay, so then here this is up closing candle. This is a little bit higher than the previous prior bar. So that's why we have the low of this candle is taken by the close of the bearish candle. This bearish candle is a down closing candle. So, and the high of this candle is taken by this bullish candle. So whenever we're breaking this one, so we have a valid protected low. Okay, so it goes up, and this is up closing candle. So before it was formed, this one was the up closing candle because the close of this candle is higher than the previous candle's wick. So, and we're going to continue from here. So now here, this is our up closing candle, last up closing candle. The low of this last up closing candle is taken by this one. Okay, so here the low is taken. Now we're looking for, now whenever it is taken, we're looking for down closing candle. So here, do we have down closing candle? If we just consider this low, I mean this close lower than this wick, so we can say, yes, this is down closing candle, and it was continuous, and the lowest point is here. We have valid swing here. Now here, the high of this candle is low, and is the high of the down closing candle is taken by close of this one, so we are forming a valid swing. This is our up closing bullish candle. So here, the low of this up closing candle is taken by this candle here, right? This candle's close. If it is taken by this wick, we don't consider it as valid, okay? Because we're applying the momentum of the leg so that we can have the, I mean, smoother and neater turning points on the chart. So here, this is our down closing candle. Later, the high of this down closing candle is taken by this one, but before that we have a wick. So this wick doesn't make this down closing candle. Why? Because we said down closing candle should be below prior candle's wick. Yes, in here we have this one, but if you just a little bit use your discretion, we can have the second also candles wick, because this one is inside bar, by the way, so we cannot even consider this one as the Gann swings, like, okay, so that's why we're considering this one. So this is our down closing candle now, I mean this bearish one. So high of this closing candle is taken by a bullish candle. So this is our up closing candle. The low of this candle is taken by this candle. And not only this taken by this candle, this becomes our down closing candle and a bearish down closing candle. So now we are looking for high of this down closing candle to be taken by a bullish candle, which is taken by here. And now this one is our up closing candle. This one is not, because it is not higher than the previous candle's wick. This one is. So our up closing candle transfers from here to there, and from here to there, because this is the close and this is the wick, right? This is up closing candle, and the maximum and peak of our swing is here. So now we're looking for this low of this up closing candle to be taken by a close of down closing candle. So here, down closing candle, right? Down closing candle, right? Down closing candle, right? Do we have down closing candle? No. Here is our down closing candle. We're looking for this high to be taken by bullish one, but the maximum, point that it went down. The trough of this one is here. So this is our down closing candle, which is taken by this bullish one. So here we have up closing candle. This one is not up closing. This one is up closing. This one is up closing. This one is up closing, and the pick of this up closing candle is our valid swing. So now we're looking for any candle to take this low by the close, right? Bearish candle that is taking the low by the close. This one does that, and here we have this. This is the low of it, and later from here we're looking for this candle's high to be taken. Do we have any of it? Nothing, right? Nothing. So here you have this one, this scenario here, okay? So what should you do? So here, if you look at this one, if you just ignore this part, this movement, and if we go, we have some inner movements, okay? But if if you want to just do something which is based on mechanical way of working it, it should be connected from there to this one, right? Because this is our down closing candle. High of it is not taken, low of it is taken. So that's why we're going to consider this one. First, it was taken. by this. Later, this was taken. So here you can consider them internal, okay, internal structure based on ballot swings. Okay, so I'm going to plot this from here to there. And if you want to consider the internal structure of this one, so we can go start from here, and we're looking for any up closing candles, low, which is taken by any down closing candles close. And again, this is our down closing candle. So for the sake of actually practice, this is not the way that we're going to consider them. So here, this is up closing candle. Low of this up closing candle is taken by this candle, this one, if you consider it. So here, this is our low, down closing candle. Later, the high of this is not taken. This is our down closing candle. So high of this is taken. Now this is up closing. This is up closing. Okay, now we can consider this. So this one here is internal ballot swings. Okay, now if we continue from here, some scenario, the same scenario happened here. Look, this candle is very wide range. This one is wide range. This one, I mean. So here we're looking for this candle's high to be taken by a bullish candle's close. So now what do? We go from here. This candle has taken this one. So this is up closing candle. This one is up closing candle, up closing, up close. This is up closing candle, and the peak of it is here. Now this candle's low is here. It should be taken by the close of a bearish candle. So let's say here it is not taking it. Here it is taken. So now this is down closing candle, or not. It is not inside bar yet. This one is down closing candle. This one is down closing candle. This one is not. This one is not. And the high of this candle is not taken by this. So, and the high of this bearish down closing candle is not taken yet. And the high of just this down closing candle is taken by this one. Okay, this blue candle. It doesn't matter if we have a shadow here. So anyways, this is showing the U-turn based on the momentum. Okay, neat U-turn. So now we're going to consider this candle. Okay. Though we have this shadow, so we cannot consider this actually, by the way. But anyways, let's go. This one is also having shadow. This one. So here is this one that we can consider as the valid swing. Okay, valid high. So now here, if the low of this candle is taken, so this one is not, yeah. So here is the valid, actually the candle that is the last up closing candle. But the peak of this movement is here. Okay, even if you were considering this one, it is okay. If you consider this one, both of them gives us one turning point. So the low of this candle is taken. So here we have this one is a down closing candle. So this one is down closing candle. You can consider this one like this because a high of this candle is slightly taken by this. And again, we have the same scenario. So, and I think it was taken by the close. Anyways, so here we're going to this one, and up closing candles high is taken like this one. And here we are. We're going there. Yeah, high of this candle. Okay, low is taken here as well. Up closing candles high. And this is the end of our valid swing practice. So you can take the screenshot of this one if you want. Please practice this as much as you can. In the other drills, because I don't want to waste your time, I'm going to just give you exactly the answers. I mean, for that, and I will explain on the chart so that you don't get bored and also you don't waste your time just watching me. Okay, now I have just plotted all of this on the chart and took the screenshot of it, and so that it doesn't disappear on the TradingView platform. So here, let me go and explain that. So here we have this candle we have started from here. Now this is, let's say this is our up closing candle. So here we have down closing candle. Okay, so now also this one, just a second. This is not the answer for the first one. Just a second. I'm going. So I have just taken the screenshot of the solid one, valid pullback drill, second one out of the second set. So now, if we start from here, we have some up closing candles up there. Here also we have up closing candle. Low of this up closing candle is taken by this candle. So we have this U-turn. Okay, neat U-turn one. So it says this is our down closing candle. High is not taken. Down closing candles. High is not taken. Down closing candles. High is taken here. So here also we have down closing candles high. So up closing candles low is taken. Now down closing candles high is taken and up closing candles low is taken by this candle. Later the high of this down closing candle and the high of this is not taken by the close, so that's why we're continuing this leg down. So here we have down closing candles low. So then down closing candles high is taken by this up close candle. Here we have this one, this goes and it transfers here. So again here we have up closing candles, low is taken by this candle. So then here again our down closing candle is this one. Now the high of this candle is taken by this candle, not this one. So we consider this as our swing validation point. So here also we have this one, it goes up. The low of this candle is not taken, so we continue going up until, okay, we also have this GAN swings here. So when we have high momentum, you can consider GAN swings whenever you want to just take some trades. So now uptrending here is going up. We don't have any low of this up closing candles taken up until here. Now we have down closing candles, high is taken by this candle's close, and this one also again, it goes up until we get to the here. Okay, so then here up closing candle, if we consider this one or that one, doesn't make any difference. So we can consider this one. The low of this candle is taken by this down closing candle. Again, it is this down closing candle, and later this one, the high of this is taken by this. And then we have this up closing candles, low, last up closing candles, low is taken, and this is our down closing candle. Later, this is going to this one, but this we have the wick there. So later, this one is plotted there, but we should have done, this is a mistake, I think, here, but we should have done this one, this from there to here. Okay, this is much better to consider, actually. Okay, sorry, yeah. Okay, now this should have been like this one instead of this because we don't have any down closing candles high taken. So we consider, we connect from here to there. Then later here, we're gonna go, and this is our down closing candle, the high is taken, up closing candles, low is taken, and it goes down. Here, this is our down closing candle. Last down closing candles high is taken just right here by this candle, and it becomes not only the validation candle for valid low, this is also our up closing candle, and its low is not taken by the close, so that's why this is another mistake. So I'm going to fix this from here. We're going to connect it up to this way. Yes, so these two mistakes here. So when I was just doing this analysis, so now here again, we are going to have this down closing up closing candles, low is taken by this one. So high of this candle, okay, is taken just by, if we just consider this one down closing candle, this plotting is correct. But if we consider the previous one, we have to just check it. But this is the down closing candle. I mean, the one that is plotted here is correct. This is up closing candles. Low is taken by this candle. So then it goes up. Okay, now let me go to the other one. Practice 3 out of set 2. I'm going to pause myself here now. So I'm back after I paused this video. I just plotted this things on the chart and took the screenshot and prepared it for you. Then this time we are going to have a two time frames valid pullback. Okay, so here now we have M15 valid high and lows. Okay, and we're going to work on M1's valid high and lows inside this valid high and lows of M15, sorry. So here we're going to start from this one. Here we have up closing candle, low is not taken, up closing candle, low is not taken. So it continues here, up closing candle and low is not taken. Here it is taken. So if you have been using just a GAN here, you would have a lot of noises, right? So the beauty of valid swing is that you're considering the momentum. Okay, momentum, leg momentum or candle momentum, when you're just trying to define mechanically where is it a real turning point. And this kind of swing is based on liquidity. Okay, so this is the metered way of looking at the chart, although sometimes it is late and it has a little bit latency, but it is worth it because if you have clear chart, you have clear mind. Okay, other than that, you got to get confused, and confusion whenever you're just emotional and you're just inside the trail is something that's going to hurt you financially and emotionally. So here, now this is up closing candle. The low is taken by this candle anyway, so we're just plotting this way. Up closing candles, bullish up closing candle here. This is our last bullish up closing candle in this leg, and the low is taken, and high of this down closing, last down closing candle is taken by both this one and later it continued up until this is our last up closing candle. So the low of this candle is taken by this candle. So we're continuing this. We have down closing candle. None of them are taken by the bullish candles close. So up closing candle here as well. And it continues like this down closing candle. So I'm not going to explain every one of this. Okay, so that's why if there is something I see worth mentioning, I'll just mention that. So this is the pick of it. So that's why we consider this one. So this is our up closing candle. So here it comes down. It is taken here, down. It is taken here, down, up, down closing candle. So look at this one here, okay? This is our down closing candle, but this one is not our down closing candle, right? But high of this candle is not taken by the close of a bullish candle. So that's why it is better to have this way of looking at it. So this is better because high of this candle, I mean, this bearish candle is not taken. So if you can just refine it, I'm just going to do this one. Now, our last down closing candle is this one here. It goes up and up. It goes there. Later it comes down here. This is taken by that. And none of the lows are taken by the close here. None of the, okay, this is our last up closing candle. Here we're looking for the high to be taken by the close of the candle. Okay. Here, although we have just done that, okay, so here we have this previous inside bar. Later we have this shadow. Anyways, this is our down closing candle. It was better to do it like this rather than the one we have here. Let me change the color to red. Okay, as you see, this is a better way of seeing it. Okay, now again, here we have down closing candle. The high of this is almost not taken. No, here it is taken. So that's why we're ignoring this movement. We just consider and connect it here. So we could have done here Actually, we could have just compared the range, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to just put it here. Then here we're just going to, yeah, this one is taken, this one is taken, and the low high of this down closing, last down closing candle bearish is taken by this one. None of the low of up closing bullish candles, last up closing bullish candle is taken. Yes, here it is taken. Let me see. This is our last up closing candle. So that's why, again, here we don't have this swing yet. Okay, this is not our up closing candle. So that's why we're going to connect from here to here. This is better way of seeing it. Okay, now, yeah, I like this. So this is the low of the last up closing bullish candle, and this is our down closing candle. High is taken. So the low of it is taken here. High of this is taken here by the close, and the low is not taken, the high, and then here we have this. Okay, this is the last third one. So I'm going to plot the other ones on the chart, put them here and explain them very fast so that our valid pullback drills are done. We're gonna go to FDRs inside valid pullbacks after this set. Okay, so sorry that the length of this video is long. I have no other way around it. So just wait a moment. Let me pause. So I'm back after pausing myself. Here I put drill 4 out of set 2. Now, again, this time is M5. This one is M1. So let's continue from here. Now, if we start from here, so I didn't do this one as well, actually. So we kind of start from here, no matter. So here, up closing bullish candle, last up closing bullish candles. We're looking for the low to be taken, as you have already learned. Okay, here is the low. Low is taken. None of the lows here are taken. Yes. So low last up closing candle is here, which is taken, and this is the down closing candle. High is taken. Bearish down closing candle high is taken here. No, not taken by the close. So again, we're going down. Okay, so here, if you consider this one, the last down closing candle, I don't think so. Let's say this is down closing candle, or this is our down closing candle here. Okay, so the high of this down closing candle is taken by this candle, or if you were taking any of these, the high of them is taken by this candle, but low of them are not taken yet. None of them are taken. So here, this is our last up closing candle, this one. Then the low of it is taken. Here we're going to plot this one. Our last down closing candle is this one. The high of it is taken by this candle. And so this one's up closing and down closing candle. Here is here. Okay, it is broken by this candle. This is validation candle. This one is also up. This here was validated by this candle. Again, this candle down closing bearish candles, high is taken, and here also this is validated. Then here this is validated by this one. Also, the swing is validated by this close. Yes, this close, and later we can go and this swing is validated by down closing candle, and this one is this one up closing candle. This is the last one, and this is the validation by this candle, this bearish candle. And later we have this is down closing candle. Later this is our down closing candle. The high is taken and validated by this one. Here we have the U-turn. So this is our up closing candle, and this candle, not this. This candle is validated that one, and later we have last up closing bullish candle. This is our last up closing bullish candle. The low is taken by this candle immediately, and then here we have, this is the last bearish down closing candle. Here it is taken by this candle or even this candle. So this candle's low is not taken here. We have to actually, let me plot this, connect this to there. This taken or not taken? No, it is not taken. Wait a second. Yes, here it is taken. So that's why we continue this to do like this one. Then we're just continuing from there down. Okay, again, this one's up close is here. So this is validated. And this is the low is validated. So, okay. So let's go to the last one in the other one. So I'm pausing again myself here and we'll put up the new image there. Now in this one, this exercise is about 3 time frames. Okay, this one is 15 minutes. This one is 1 minute, the blue one, and this red ones that I plotted here is it belongs to S15 or 15 seconds. So if you can see, this is the fractal point of view when you're just having an uptrend. This is the 1 minute, which is going upwards, and later we can just plot lower time frame inside them. So after you learn this stuff, you're going to learn how to plot valid pullback zones. So after we are moving to the zones, and inside the zone, we're looking for some other zones that they are the point that we are going to take some decisions and pull the trigger and take our trade. So now, okay, let's go with this red ones. Okay, sometimes we have some of the overlapping here, like you see, they are overlapping. So it means that sometimes we have swings that they are belong to actually higher time frame, but also they are for the lower time frame at the same time. All of the higher time frame swings, like 4 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes, they all are swings in the lower time frame. But the lower time frame swings cannot be visible on the like higher time frame chart. So now here, let's go with this one. So here we have up closing bullish candle. Here, last up closing bullish candle is validated by this candle and close, and this down closing bearish candles high is taken, and this is validation candle. This one is also the validation candle for this valid high. This is last up closing down closing candle. This is taken by this one. This is validation candle. Or in this one, so this is our candles validated swing by this candle. So this swing is validated by this candle, and our last up closing candle is here, and it goes down up until here, and this is validating, this candle is validating right low, and here we are going to validate this valid high by this candle's close. And this candle also validated the valid low. As you see, in just 2 candles, we have valid low formed, and also we're coming back and we have valid high in just, no, it is not true. We have more than 2 bars here. But this candle is high taken by this one, later this one, and later this one. And this one here, this must be a mistake again. Look, this error, we should connect here to there. The reason is here we don't have this actually candles low taken by the close. Okay, so that's why we have to transfer last up closing candle to here, later there, and again, this mistake is just giving us one more swing, so we don't need that. We have we need to have a neater view, and this is considered one leg for us. Okay, so it has inner legs. So in Albrook system, they call it leg 1, leg 2. So these are other stuff, and but this one is one leg anyways. Now, here last up closing candle. Here it goes down. Again, it goes up. This is validated by that candle, and this is validated by this candle. This one's high is taken by the close of this. The low is taken immediately by this candle. These two candles are next to each other. They make one valid swing, valid high. So this candle's high is taken, and this candle's low is taken. So high is taken, and again, low is taken, high is taken, and here the low is also taken. So here the high is taken by this shadow. This candle's low is taken here by this candle's close. Again, it moves down. It goes up here, the high of it is taken. Again, here we have two candles, valid high. So immediately it is engulfing. So whenever we have engulfing like this one, we have just two candles just forming valid high or valid low. So that's why engulfing candles are really high probability candles. So here we go, and this is validated there, I think, and also this one is taken there. So the low of this candle is not taken anywhere here. Now we're gonna go here, and the low of this bullish candle is taken by this candle. This is validation candle, and this is the validation candle for this one. So please go over this video. Okay, I know this is very long, but this is going to turn your life around. Okay, so later on in the next set, we're going to work on the zones and FTR also. So I will just work on FTRs first, later valid pullback zones. Okay, so that you could have plenty of exercise on the chart. So other than that, you will see if you do some backtesting and just work on the chart bar by bar, you will see the reactions to these zones align with the actually trend direction. You will see that you have a very solid mechanical way of trading, which has a very huge win rate and reward to risk. Okay. So, and I think you don't need anything else. So maybe you're looking for some indicators to plot this stuff. You can use that. They can help you. But the best ones that you can use as the indicator is your eyes, right? So you have to train your eyes to just spot them right away. So the cleaner your chart, the better your mind works, and you can decide much better. You can see a lot of things. Okay. So now stay tuned and see you on the next one.